Hello there everyone, and welcome to the PR department. And today we're going to talk about Moira and my experience with her on the PTR. Now, Moira is a healer slash damage dealer, but more in the way that she is able to steal life away from her enemies and give it to her allies. But that's enough of the boring stuff. Let's talk about the interesting things that I found while messing around with the character. Now, to get the information I require, I find it better to play against her than with her. So, for fun, I picked Torbjorn. Now, Moira's basic attack, if it damages Torbjorn's torrent, it will still fill up Moira's life meter so that she can give out health to her allies. But here is something that is interesting. While her basic attack does damage mechanical devices, her secondary bubble attack does not. If you were to launch her damaging black bubble at a Torbjorn torrent, it will just slide on through. And if you were to try this on Symmetra's torrents, then you will get the same exact effect. No damage on mechanical devices. And I'm sure you get the same result if you try it against her teleporter and her shield generator. Sadly, I couldn't get anyone to spam bubbles at me after I placed it. I just find it odd that Symmetra's bubble can attack a torrent, but Moira's can't. But then again, Moira's bubble can bounce off walls. So perhaps it adds a bit of complexity to the character on how you would choose to attack in any given situation. And speaking of Symmetra, the characters have a lot in common, and we're going to talk about that here. Now, Symmetra and Moira were both scientists at Oasis, so it makes sense that they both would have auto-targeting attacks, and they both have bubble attacks. But the difference between the two is what sets them apart. Now, take a look at the range on Symmetra's weapon. Now, take a look at the range on Moira's weapon. They are both auto-targeting, but Moira is more than double the range of Symmetra's attack. So, let's go a bit more in depth on the damage comparison between the two. Here on the bots, it shows that Symmetra takes around 4 seconds to kill a 200 health target, and 2 seconds if she's fully charged, whereas Moira, it takes around 7 seconds to kill a 200 health target. Now, one aspect of Moira that I was wrong about before was that I thought that her bubbles did infinite damage or infinite healing depending on how long they were out. I thought that it would depend on their time duration. But I was wrong there. Instead, it seems to be a certain amount of health that can be given out by the orb and a certain amount of damage, and they shrink in size depending on how much of their respective health or damage is done. And I will say that these things will be the bane of anyone's existence if they are caught in a close quarters environment with the little death ball bouncing back and forth. As you can see here, I would not want to be caught in there. I can imagine that this particular character will be a pain in the butt for Genjis to deal with. Most Genji players do not like to deal with auto-targeting characters, especially auto-targeting characters that bypass his deflect skill, which is there to ensure his survivability because of his low health. Which sadly seems to be what Moira is going to specialize in, because not only does she get one auto-targeting attack, but she gets 2 auto-targeting attacks in the form of her death bubble that is more of an AoE effect. Anyway, that's it for me today. I have to go to work. But if anything changes on the PTR that is notable, I shall try to inform you of it. Until then, you all take care, and I thank you for watching the PR department. And don't forget to subscribe. Apparently I need that. I need people to subscribe to my little channel.